Everybody wants to be, but nobody wants to do. Girl, it's time to be real, raw, and relentless. Everybody wants to be, but nobody wants to do. You know it's time.
Recrown you.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Truly Inspired Martin, and welcome to another episode of the Recrown You podcast. That's right, ladies. We are here for the women who are ready to be real, raw, and relentless in their pursuit to unleash their inner badass. So what exactly does that mean for you? That means that you are the woman that is saying, you know what, I got some stuff that I have not dealt with in my past, and I am ready to go full-fledged after it. You're the woman that says, you know what, I'm tired of the fluff, I'm tired of the BS, let's get to the nitty-gritty, because I got some things within me that needs to change at the core, and I'm ready to get right. You're the woman that says, I have survived against all odds, and honey, it is time for me to truly unleash my inner badass. So ladies, we are here for you. I hope that you are ready for another amazing episode here at the Recrown You podcast with me, your girl, Truly Inspired Martin, the Millennial Reset Coach. I am so excited because it's another day. It's another day above ground. It's another day to really understand that, you know what, yesterday is gone. Today is a new day. We gonna make it do what it do, right? And that is where my excitement comes in. So, you know, I start this episode, every episode, with the same thing, either a statistic or a quote. And today, I got some quotes for you. I know you guys have probably heard this before, right? If there is no seat at the table for you, like bring your own chair, right? Or build your own table, or there's so many different ways to put it, right? But today's episode, we're talking about that seat at the table, right? So it's really, I remember I made this post one day, right? And I literally said, you got to stop being mad about not having a seat at the table and not being invited where you think you're supposed to be invited to. Like, stop being mad about who didn't put you on. Put your damn self on, right? And I say that in the most humble way possible. I'm telling you that it is time for you to create what you need to create. It's time for you to stop being mad about people not living up to the expectations that you set for them that they are not going to always measure up to. And sometimes you're setting expectations for people that they don't even know they're supposed to live up to in the first place. Like, stop coming from a place of entitlement. Nobody owes you nothing. I don't care what you think you did for them. I don't care how much of you gave to that situation you did for them. You cannot expect other people to be you or do you the way you do you. And I think sometimes we get real caught up in thinking, you know what, that person owes me. I did X, Y, and Z for them. No, honey. Those expectations that you have will leave you in a place of bitterness and leave you stagnant because you're not going to want to move forward until somebody comes and pulls you forward. And that is not where your purpose lies. That is not where growth comes from. That is not where you come to a place where, you know what, I made it here. I got this. I did what I had to do to get here. No, it doesn't come when you wait. It comes when you work. And I think that that's where a lot of us get mixed up in that whole joint right there, right? So if you haven't gotten a seat at the table, create your own table and bring the seats, okay? So some quotes that I was looking at that surround around this topic is, somewhere there is a past you overflowing with so much pride looking at how far you've come. Listen. The future you is looking back at this you right now and saying, why are you still sitting back there waiting on somebody to come rescue you? Why are you still waiting for that person to grant you what you feel you are owed. Nah, honey. It's time for you to put in the work and get it done. It's time for you to stop worrying about who didn't do what and what didn't happen according to plan or according to your plan, right? Stop putting these expectations on people. I promise you, I had to get to a place in my mind where I realized, you know what? I just got to do it, and do it because it's me. Do it because I'm genuinely willing to help. Do it because it's really just within my nature to be a helpful person, to want to serve, right? To want to be the type of person to help others and just be around the energy and gather some knowledge, gather some expertise. I'm not looking for your handout. I'm looking for a hand up. Let me explain that in my terms, right? A handout is when somebody just gives you something so that you can just make it. Like they're pulling you right to the spot where you need to be and you didn't go through the steps to make it happen. When somebody's giving me a hand up, they're saying, hey, I went through X, Y, and Z. Here's what you don't have to go through because I'm going to teach you what it takes to get where I'm at so that you can get up here too and then reach back and teach somebody else, right? Pull them up as well. That's where your mindset needs to be. Stop looking for a handout. Look for a hand up. At some point, when you are around people and they see the genuine, authentic personality, the authentic person that you are, the authentic characteristics that you possess, people will want to help you when they see you working, not waiting. People will help you when you work, not wait. I think so many people are so bitter and they're angry about where they are not, and they see people that have gone ahead of them or people that they feel that they have assisted and that person has gone ahead and they haven't shouted you out. They haven't put you on, so to speak, right? They haven't given their platform to you for you to do whatever it is you do. Like, you're bitter, and that bitterness will leave you right there, honey, stuck. So I need you to start looking at it from a different angle, right? Stop looking at it as somebody's supposed to put you on. Stop being mad about what didn't happen. Stop being upset about things that you can control. You can control the fact that, you know what? I did what I did. I'm happy for them. Move on. Move forward, right? Like, control your controllables. You can control the fact that, you know what, I gained the knowledge. I gained maybe some networks or whatever it is that you gained from whomever or wherever you were. Now take that information and implement, right? No more information overload. No more just trying to be at the conferences and be in the rooms with all these different people without implementation, right? So let's make a promise to ourselves in this season. I will not go into information overload. I will start to do implementation over information, right? At some point, you got to pull back a little bit and say, you know what? I got the information I need. I've been around the people I need to be around. I've allowed their oil to drip on me, right? So now I understand that. Now I have the information. Now it's time for implementation, right? And I think that that is so important for you to see everything for what it really, really is, right? So I saw this other quote that I really, really liked as well, and it was, I really appreciate people who correct me, because without them, I might have been repeating mistakes for a long time, right? And I think that that is so important, that you can't be around a whole bunch of yes men or yes women. Like, the tables that you're trying to sit at, make sure that those people are those people that are willing to correct you, that are willing to grow you, that you are around that energy that will spill over into your life and give you the ability and the capability to not only be able to move forward, but move forward with a plan, right? Sometimes people just want to be around those people because of the celebrity effect, right? You just want to be around somebody that's in the limelight so it can look like you popping in these streets. I would rather be with the person that has 3,500 followers or maybe 500 followers on any social media platform, but they got 1 billion in the bank, because there's some kind of knowledge and some kind of structure and some kind of implementation strategy and tactics that I can learn from that person versus that person that got 50K on the gram, on Twitter, on Facebook, whatever, and might not even be grossing 6 figures for real. Be mindful of the tables that you're trying to sit at, right? So sometimes it might come down to you saying, you know what? I know what I possess inside of me. And if nobody's putting me on, put your damn self on. You owe yourself that, right? If you know you popping in these streets like that, right? You know you got something inside of you. You know that you are the woman that is ready to show the world what you possess and what you have. If you're that woman, then you don't need validation from anybody else. You don't need anybody to give you a seat. You create your table. You pull the seats up and you bring others with you. That is what a true leader looks like. That is what a woman that says, you know what, I've done my due diligence around me. Now it's time to utilize what I got inside of me, put it on the table and spread that knowledge to other people. Stop being bitter. It does not get you far. So in this life, ladies, right, it's important to understand 3 different components, right? So you have the ability, right? So ability is what you're capable of doing, right? The motivation is what determines what you do. And your attitude determines how well you do it. So you need to start making sure that you are tapping into your ability, your motivation, and your attitude to make something happen for you. It's super important to make sure that you implement ability, motivation, and attitude. Those 3 things are the things that shift the game for me personally, right? When I knew that I was capable of doing something, that's when I started actually saying, you know what, pass or fail, I'm going to get it done. If I'm not getting that seat at the table, I'm going to make this seat for myself. And I'm going to bring other women to it because everybody has a gift. Everybody has something that they can do as well. You don't have to wait. You have to work. Right? And then when I realized that, you know, going through depression and different types of things in my life, I was lacking motivation. I had to seek out motivation from people that are doing amazing things. Get around those environments. Listen to the right people online. Listen to the right people, whether you listen to audiobooks or read books. Get your motivation how you have to get it. But that determines what you do. When you're motivated to do something, that's your determination of what you're going to do, right? So be motivated. Next, your attitude. Oh, girl, if you got that stinking thinking, if you got that nasty attitude, if you just think the world owes you and you bitter at everybody for what and who and where and whatever didn't happen in your life, you're going to stay there for a very long time. You got to get that shit together ASAP. And I have to speak to you in that way because, listen, if somebody ain't telling me to get up out my funk ASAP, I would still be the person that I was before. And I can't continue to be that person when there's somebody that's attached to what I have inside of me. And until I become the person that I need to be, that person is just going to be waiting on me to become that person. And I'll be that person that never showed up for them. Stop being selfish to other people that are waiting on you to create that table, that are waiting on you to be that person that you need to be. Your attitude has to shift. And that will determine how well you do whatever you go forth and do. So lean back off of feeling sorry for yourself. Lean back off of feeling that somebody owes you something. You can either boo-hoo or you can boss up. Which one is it going to be for you? You got to make a decision that says, you know what? I did what I did. I'm salty that something didn't come to fruition. I'm mad that they never said my name. I'm mad they never plugged me. It's okay to have your feelings about how you feel, but you can't stay with your feelings so long that you stay there and you don't move forward. And you watch people continuously pass by you, and then you continue to be mad about something that you have the ability in your hands to change. You got to come to a place in yourself where you say, you know what? It's time. It's my time. I got to do this for me. It doesn't matter what didn't happen. I got to do this for me. It doesn't matter who didn't show up for me. I got to do this for me. It doesn't matter who didn't give me a seat at the table. I'm going to create the damn table myself. Be that woman. Be the woman that you said that you desired. Be the woman that you idolized. Be the woman that you know you're destined to be. Stop trying to make everybody else around you #goals. Baby, you are goals. You are the woman that got everything inside of you already, but you're too busy being mad. You're too busy waiting on your opportunity when you are the opportunity. So please understand that your preparation has to look like You got this. You got to get a posture about yourself, a stance about yourself that says, you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what didn't happen. I know that from this point right here on, I got this. It doesn't matter what didn't happen. I got this. I know that there's cycles that are happening in my life, but I'm going to break them. I'm going to stop the bullshitting with myself. I'm going to do this, right? But also remember that you can't move forward until you get out of neutral. You cannot move forward until you get out of neutral. What does that mean, Dana? You be talking all this stuff. What does that mean? What that means is that if you've ever been in a car and the car is in neutral, like if you on a hill, you might roll back. If you, depending on if you backwards or forward, whichever direction the car is pointing, right? You roll down, roll forward, but it's a roll, right? You're not in control of which way it goes. But if you're on a flat surface, neutral takes you nowhere. You cannot move at all. Right now, that's you. You're allowing life to either coast you forward or backwards, down or up a hill, or you're allowing yourself to stay on flat ground, stagnant and in place with no forward or backward movement. I'd rather you put the car in reverse than stay in neutral. But above all, I need you to get in drive. At least when you're in drive, you can go right or left, right? You can go forward, right, left, somewhere. You need to just make the decision to yourself. Make a conscious decision to yourself today that I'm going to put my life in gear. I'm going to drive. Wherever this destination is, I'm going to drive to it. Whatever it takes inside of me to stop the nonsense, I'm going to do it. Because I know that inside of me, there is something that is waiting on me to be exactly the person I need to be. And if I keep staying in this place of stagnant, if I keep staying in this place of neutral, I'm going to always be this person. And I'll never become the person that people are waiting on me to be. So to hell with their table. To hell with their table. If you're mad about that table that did not give you a seat, baby, build your own table. Build it out of what you want it built out of. Make the chairs the way you want it. Envision the vision the way you want it to be. But never be afraid to go amongst others and get what you need. But don't be mad when they ain't put you on. Put yourself on. And you can be that much more proud of yourself for what you did. You have the ability. You have to do this for you. You have to get into a place in your mind where you say, you know what? I'm tired of living in this place of not enough. I'm tired of living in this place of feeling like people are not living up to my expectations. I'm tired of feeling like I'm living in a place of a fixed mindset. It's time for me to get into that place of a growth mindset where it says, you know, I might not have what I need right now, but I can make it happen. This that I got right here, this ain't all I got. I got more. And I can build it from the ground up. I can do this brick by brick. I got what I need inside of me. You got to become that person. Because where you are right now in your mentality, where you feel like nobody's giving you what you need or you can't get what you need, that comes from a place of inferiority. And that's deeply embedded inside of who you were. And I say were because you're leaving her behind. And you're now going to give yourself what you need. And that's everything that you need inside of you. Right? So, understanding that value is seen and not always heard is a very important component of how you move forward in life. So understand that value is seen and not always heard. Go ahead and show the world what you got. Give it everything that you got. You ain't got to talk about it no more, honey. Just build it. You ain't got to tell everybody your movements. Just do it. Stop waiting and start working. I hope that helps somebody for real, like from the core. Like that helps you to go do some shit that you've been holding back on, that you are able to free yourself of that baggage of hurt, of that baggage of inferiority, of that baggage of feeling like you're not enough, of that baggage of saying, I've been waiting on somebody to pull me forward when all I needed was to take that first step. And I'm telling you this from a personal standpoint. I had to stop waiting and I had to start working. And when you get to that place right there, honey, ain't nothing that a badass can't do. So we gonna end this out right? So we got the Truly Inspired Badass Pledge. And if you've ever been to LIT, I have events called the LIT Experience where we do brunches and dinners. It's a private intensive for women who are ready to unleash their inner badass in all areas of their lives. And I do them in different cities. They're mainly based out of Atlanta, but I do Jersey, DC. We have a bunch of different cities we're looking at right now. Charlotte, Texas, California, Detroit, Washington State. Like, we're looking at all these different areas right now to build these collaborations. Miami's coming up next year. I'm excited about this because it's an uproar. It's an uprising of women who are ready to shed the bullshit and get it done, who are ready to lay it all on the table and be who they're destined to be. So we got the Truly Inspired Badass Pledge. It's our manifesto. It's our credo, whatever you want to call it. This is what all our lit loyalists talk about every time they leave. This is something that's embedded in their spirit. And I want to share this with you so that you can embed this in your spirit. Here we go. So, what is a truly inspired badass? She is purposeful, responsible, courageous, real, raw, relentless, righteous, selfless, and humble. She is willing to do in order to be whatever she aspires to. She doesn't complain when something is too difficult. Even if she doesn't know how, she just does, fearful and all. She is someone who stands up for others and believes in true integrity. She is someone who probably doesn't identify as the boss because her leadership goes without titles. She wants to build others up, and that brings her joy. She is on a constant journey and is willing to do what it takes by any means necessary for her greater. These are the women that are unapologetically authentic. So I'm going to leave that with you so that you can go build your own table, baby. Boss up. You got to make a decision in this season. Are you going to boo-hoo or are you going to boss up? And real, truly inspired women know what that answer looks like. So super excited about our next upcoming episodes. Dope guest on the way. Don't miss an episode, baby. If you have missed any of our episodes, go back and binge watch them all. There are about 33 of them or something like that. And you need to make sure that you get caught up because this Recrown You society is a real thing. And we're here for the real, not the bullshit. So I hope to see you at our next lit event in Atlanta. It will be in Atlanta in December. This one will be a brunch, ladies. So the last few have been dinners. We haven't done a brunch in at least maybe 4 or 5 months. So we're going for a brunch in December. End the year off right. Make sure that you follow me at Truly Inspired Martin on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere actually. And stay close by because some of my listeners, as well as anybody on my email list, is going to get a exclusive discount when the tickets drop at the end of November. So it'll be probably somewhere around Black Friday. So stay tuned. But in the meantime, in between time, ladies, I'm going to catch y'all next time. See you, girl. Everybody wants to be, but nobody wants to do. Girl, it's time to be real, raw, and relentless. Everybody wants to be, but nobody wants to do. You know it's time.
We crown